just probably the result of very manual grinding from back then. And not really much else. And again, you'll notice that it's really not built very much at all around having, you know, further equipable items. And there's even a space down here that really showcases that it wasn't finished. Like, there was still quite a bit more planned. Oh, it seems that we are live quite a bit late. I'm sorry about that, guys. Let's, restart here. I'll have to save and exit anyway. So, before we get into our 1.0.5 session proper for our ongoing playthrough, I just wanted to show something off very quickly here. You already got a bit spoiled to it, it seems. So, today, we are going to be showing off one of the earliest major public world files released for Terraria. Builder's Workshop. That's right. Builder's Workshop dates all the way back to 1.0.5. The very first build of it came out in this particular version, which was only released a couple months after Terraria itself came out in May of 2011. What you'll see here, though, is that Builder's Workshop was quite a bit different back then. And again, you already got a bit of a glimpse to it if you were actively watching. I'll go ahead and read the sign, though, because I do find it pretty interesting. Welcome to Builder's Warehouse. My goal with this map was to include every placeable and decorative item in the game. If you find something missing, please leave a comment on the thread and let me know. A message from Tal. Assumedly that's referring to the CurseForge thread. As far as I can tell, that's always been the place where Builder's Workshop is hosted. And you can see that the items were really not focused on in the same way at this point in time. This is just with a stock character. I didn't come in with anything too extravagant. You do have a nice setup for obsidian farming. You have a nice setup for getting blink root. This whole area, I think, is technically considered an underground biome, so grass isn't really spawning. This is just a highly specialized world file. And the results are pretty impressive for what it is. You have basically access to every single item that you could want. Including these that bizarrely stacked to 250. Very odd. And though the stacks aren't always perfect, I think due to complications with the duplication glitches of the day, it was pretty cool to see how people were able to rig up their own options for this sort of thing. So if you wanted to build, this was the way to do it. Should also be noted that gold chests were introduced in, I believe it was 1.0.5 actually. I don't think... I can look on 1.0.4 here quickly, but I don't believe it included gold chests at all. I'll take a quick glance. Unfortunately, due to the way full screen works, this is going to blank out the game for a second, but I just want to scroll through the wiki here to make sure I'm getting my facts straight. And it looks like... yeah, sure enough. So 1.0.5 was the first time that you could see a gold chest. And interestingly, when they would spawn in a natural world, they actually wouldn't appear as a locked chest like they do now. They actually appeared as just the same old underground chest that appeared in 1.0, but now they were gold. Same with dungeon chests, and same with Sky Island chests. However, there was no lock for any of them yet. That simply wasn't a thing. So you can see the setup is a bit unusual. There's not much in the way of signs. It's primarily for blocks. You see that there's no equipables yet. This really is just a builder's warehouse, as opposed to a proper all items map as it would later become. You'll also notice that it's not finished. They would actually update this as it went along, and there was already a room built for materials that hadn't yet been introduced. The only downside of this whole design approach was that if you were going in with a complete clean slate character, you actually couldn't get back up. This was reliant on you having either rocket boots or at least a red balloon and a cloud in a bottle to get around. So, a very neat little project, and it's very cool to see how this would evolve over time. I will show off other Builders Workshop worlds as we go, although I plan to not take anything from any of them. I want to show off the evolution of a popular all items map, just because I find it fascinating. Okay. But with that in mind, let's get back to business. Audio is set. There we go. Okay, so and then I will slightly reduce that to match. Perfect. Go full screen. Ah, beautiful. Good to see the performance is good once we're in the proper game. Probably has to do with the way that full screen optimizations work with the sub launcher I was using for that other release, so that it wouldn't mess with the world files that are universal. We'll talk more about that in the proper video, but getting these old files to work in the way that you specifically want them to is not always easy. I'm also going to quickly make sure that our live is good to go, and it is. Excellent. All right. So, the task at hand is going to be continuing our experience in 105 in our pre-existing world. Gorgeous movement upgrades. Good to have them back. So yeah, you can see that there were some odd differences that sort of impacted a lot of the new features they were introducing. For the most part, the expectation was that with each major update like this, you were really expected to just make a new world. However, compatibility was maintained. There was no qualms about doing that. But somewhat unusually, a lot of major world generation things were implemented pretty shortly after the game came out. And one of the consequences of creating a world at around this time is that a lot of your items won't actually appear in the way they were intended to. So for instance, if you happen to want to make potions, well, all of the items that are used to create potions need to spawn in your world first. Normally that was intended to happen over time. It could create some on world generation, but you wouldn't encounter a lot of them until after you got around like the copper ore level of progression. So from there, we end up in kind of a weird spot. I'm going to go ahead and leave the breathing rod here. We do have the Orb of Light, not that it's super useful for our current purposes. So I think what I'm going to do now, oddly enough, even though I'm going to be doing a lot of this in 1.1, I'm going to go ahead and go mining. There's still quite a bit of mine that I didn't really explore, and I think it would be worth doing. There's definitely a lot of gold that I didn't get. Could be useful for decorative purposes, if I chose to go that route. I know in particular there's one somewhat large gold vein. I think this one right here. But I largely didn't use at all.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Sharkbread. So, I just showed off Builder's Workshop a little bit ago, or Builder's Warehouse as it used to be.
Alright.
Pretty crazy how the early ones looked.
Oh.
I had no idea it went that far back, but 1.0.5, that was the first Builder's Workshop. In terms of what I'm doing now, I'm kind of just, filling out the time. Because I gotta wait for all of the plants to grow in the world.
Alright.
So, kind of on the hunt for gold and gemstones. Because I might try to craft some jungle armor in the early version, even though it's a very raw recipe to try to make. Because what is it, like 6 to 10 of every gemstone back then?
Yeah.
And I think I have enough of everything but ruby, but it's still quite the problem.
I'm gonna be your wiki handler again, I guess.
It will be handy. I do have one on the side, but the problem is because of the way the game has to run smooth in this generation, the game has to be like close out of full screen for me to look at the wiki and scroll through it. So it would be a pretty big help. Ooh, there's some blink root, which like really blinked back then. Like I don't know if that's really a thing that it does as much anymore, but that's really prominent.
Hmm.
Which actually makes a lot of sense. Now, technically, I don't need more than one of every plant because I already prepared my planter boxes. But having a little bit more of everything is still very nice. Certainly doesn't hurt. You also notice that the underground has become a bit more lively. Now you have the bat enemies. Kind of as a regular occurrence, you have the lava slimes, which actually do spawn lava even in this early build.
Hmm.
Although I'm pretty sure Hellstone still doesn't. Let's find a good piece to test. Ooh, there are demons, though. Yeah, that's a pretty major addition.
Alright.
Finally, it feels a bit more like you're actually, in the underworld. Oop.
Speaking of which, I did see you play Hitman 3 at some point before. What'd you think of the new stuff?
I haven't really gotten to the new stuff so much. I got sidetracked on still finishing up some other missions that I hadn't played very much of, but it does look cool.
Hmm.
That stupid Andrew Tate meme mission, that's great. Somebody had to know.
There are definitely a lot of... Well, I mean, there are, like, generally a lot of civilians in Hitman that are, like... They look a lot to some sort of person in the real world, whether it's intentional or not.
Right. It's just the way it goes. I needed more emeralds, that's what it was. I needed more emeralds and rubies if I wanted to do the stupidly difficult recipe.
Yeah, you needed 10 emeralds and sapphires, 8 amethysts and topaz, 6 rubies and diamonds.
Hmm. Why? Such a weird way to wall off progression at that point. Let's see. I think what's gonna happen from here... I'm gonna start more of like a proper botany chest. For instance, my blink root can go here. I can finally plant my first seed. We'll just put the blink root right here. And then I think I do have a water leaf. Not sure where I got it from. did get a little bit more gold ore.
Water leaf tends to be a bit hard to spot in on the ground.
Right, I think it might have been from when I was at the ocean side or something. Not really sure. Man, I think the best quality of life change they've made so far is that you can finally right-click items that you're crafting to make multiple of them at a given time.
That's a really big improvement.
The fact that that wasn't a thing when you had to make literally 100 wooden platforms to get around sometimes was pretty absurd.
Yeah.
Man, once I get quick stack though, it's gonna be a breeze. Because I'm feeling the burn of not having it. I'll keep sunflowers up there too. Feathers. I have a staff of regrowth still in my inventory, not even really sure why. And I've already really filled out these two chests. And I don't think I can make the mannequin yet. It doesn't look like it. Let's see. We have... I guess I could exchange the red balloon for a cloud in a bottle. That would be okay. And water bottles still weren't a thing yet, were they? Or no, they were. Okay. I
They
already
were.
have some. Got another chest at some point. I guess that can just go right there. And I guess all of the mushrooms should go there too.
I don't know if it was ever like forever called bottled water. I gotta go check that.
Yeah, according to this, it is. Do they
Yeah,
change that?
I guess it was always bottled water.
Instead of what, bottle of water or something?
No, it never had of.
Okay. Oh, there was a small thing that was added, I think in 104. Even though the jungle rose was actually still used in crafting material, it was given the vanity item trait, so you can actually use it as a vanity item. And also use it to craft things. An option that would not last terribly long. Okay, we'll move. Our mushrooms over here. And glowing mushroom can still be eaten this late, which is kind of surprising. I figured the potions update would do away with that.
Still seems a bit broken.
I mean, they're really good. I mean, it's 50 health still. Okay, chest organization is starting to become a little bit more like I'm used to. Typical Terraria NPC standing in the way of the one chest you're putting to use for something.
Yeah.
Some things never change.
Are you able to attack them?
No. As a matter of fact, you can't even attack critters.
Mm.
Yeah, you couldn't kill bunnies back then. Only enemies could.
Didn't I mention that once?
I think maybe, yeah. Oh yeah, the Muramasa got nerfed really hard.
Yeah, I really wish I, like, made my chest as organized as this, because they're not at all.
Yeah, well, it's especially important to keep your chest organized if you're doing a challenge like this. We'll see why once we get to to 1.2
Because
because
that's when,
chests got doubled, yeah.
yeah.
But they didn't necessarily get doubled like you would think. Like, you think that, oh, it's just going to add a whole block to this side, right? Nope.
No,
It
no.
literally takes this side and just scans it over to this side, and then you have the whole bottom half to do what you want with.
I mean, it would make sense because, like, in a game's programmer code, it would probably make a
Mm-hmm.
whole lot of sense to, like, keep it as an array. And so, like, just adding more stuff to the end of the list would make more sense. And each item already keeps their index in the list.
Yep. It's like each one of these just has a number attached to it. Like, once it scans over here, this is just item 6 in this chest, not like an XY coordinate in the files. That would just be silly.
It would be silly.
So, because they didn't get silly there, they got silly later instead. As far as other stuff that I could do, there really isn't a whole lot. Because so much of what 1.0.5 added was world generation related. Very little of it had to do with changes to a pre-existing world. It was like, oh, hey, here's worlds that can finally have surface jungles and surface chests. Like, fairly important things to progression, sure, but doesn't necessarily assist too much with a world that's already been made.
Yeah, it looks like there are a couple of generation stuff. Chests can now spawn near the surface of the world. Coral grows in the ocean. Cactus grows on sand. However, I think we've seen that before.
So we can get the stuff that's supposed to generate after your world spawns, but not the stuff that's made with the world, like a surface jungle or surface chests.
Yeah. Hey, at least you don't get to deal with piranhas like when you're just walking to the beach.
Yeah. Or even while you're going through the jungle. Although there, I guess they're the least of your worries. I want to say that there were more emeralds and rubies on the outskirts of the jungle in those caverns. So I'll head over to those. Ooh. Yeah, I better plug that up. Hey, the underworld is really no joke. Hellbats alone could really pick away at your health. Oh, I got a demon scythe at some point. Okay. 35 damage, uses 18 mana. I didn't even know there was a thing this early.
I guess it was.
I mean, it's good, but it's not... It is weaker than the Flamerang. Oh, a Voodoo Demon! Wow, I did not know those were a thing this soon. Actually, I want to try dropping one in lava. Okay, so you can kill your guide. Okay. Okay, I wanna see what happens here. Guide was slain. No kidding. But that's all that happens. You know what? I don't want to kill that slime. It's a bad idea. Yeah, sometimes you'll find gemstones and other stuff near the top of hell. It's also just a very useful place during hard mode mining, as long as you can survive it. Oh, jeez. That went poorly. At least I didn't outright die. Hellstone still only has its white rarity, which seems odd. I did notice that one of the smaller changes was now, as of this version, blue rarity items will not burn up in lava. Which is probably a good idea. The luminance stat of Hellstone was so broken back in the day.
Looks like it.
Like you just never needed torches. Which spoils you rotten once you get to 1.1 and it's gone. Ooh, the actual jungle music was finally a thing. I guess it was a pretty big deal that it got introduced, so... Very interesting. Really don't need more amethyst, but it's here. Oh yeah, the tooltip for where you actually pick up an item and it tells you what you got was either this version or a 104 thing. Ooh, and this was also where you got the little variants of enemies as well, which I think was dropped eventually. Where enemies would appear in different sizes and actually have a different name. There's a solitary emerald. It's a good sign. It probably means there's more close to this part of the world. Yeah, there's one. Ooh, there's a whole vein. There we go. I think we're set for emeralds.
That's great.
Very cool. There's not really a whole lot else that you can do with gems when you're playing this way.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can make a gem staff. Great. I definitely want enough rubies to make a gold crown, though, because of, all the slime stuff. Or king slime stuff, I should say. I don't see any jungle slimes. I guess they were a surface-only enemy. Bum, 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 bum. It's really nice to hear some new music. I get the small thing, but it really adds a lot.
It does.
I don't know if the corruption got a new music track, though. I don't think it did. I think that would have to wait.
Are those gold bricks?
They are, yeah. So before there was ivory, that was actually pretty normal. Because I think even 1.1 did that. The weird thing is that they're made out of an odd number of bricks. So that means your chest has to be off-centered in them.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there, but
Again, Eucalyptus will have an absolute field day here.
oh man. Misaligned chests. Yeah, literally having a pickaxe that just acts as a torch at all times. Frankly, kind of busted. Was that even a thing on, like, lunar equipment?
I actually don't know.
I guess we'll find out eventually. But, like, that just seems like kind of better than anything you can otherwise get. Like, in some way, the progression for the game has peaked. Oh yeah, man-eaters don't take knockback anymore, so that makes them more difficult. On top of already doing 40 damage. So even by this point in time, the underground jungle was, in a lot of respects, an in-game area. Almost certainly a post-dungeon experience.
You can definitely say that.
Which is odd, because there's nothing really as a barrier to entry as of 1.05. Boy, my guide arrived. Thank God. What was I ever going to
Couldn't
do
do
without
anything
him?
about it.
All I know that it's good to stay indoors at night. Well, that's not necessarily the best path. Let's see,
Wow, I could actually upgrade this. Okay, that's great. I've gotten that rich, I guess.
Maybe... Oh yeah, we can go further. And they moved fast for an enemy that didn't take any knockback. Now we're back up here. I try to take a higher path. Ooh. It doesn't help that these thorns don't vanish after walking over them, and they do 10 damage on contact. I know there was a more left edge option. They can go higher up. Even over here. See topaz. See gold. I'm not really sure what determines gemstone spawning in Terraria. Like if maybe it's related to world latitude or something. Nice, like crystal chest. Oh, perfect. It's literally just an angel statue in a chest. Thanks, Terraria. Let's see, I can get rid of dirt and hellstone. Get rid of mud block. Oh, I didn't actually destroy the chest. There we go. 2 life crystals right next to each other, okay. Nice, got some sapphire. More gold. Just drop the water candle. Still no trash button. Wow, we're already this high up. Pair of Hermes boots and a gold coin. Let's see. Probably at least need to be in Cavern Lair if I want to get gemstones. Okay. I think I might try to head back, see if I can go through like the left side edge of the jungle, because I think that's where I actually found Ruby last time, and I only found the one. Oh, I forgot, there was like a really weird thing for a little while in I think just the latter releases of 1.0 where mud had a random chance to fall, as if it was sand. Really, really weird feature. 90% sure it's not still a thing. stack. It's pretty good. Hmm. What can we do here? Should have brought my piggy bank. I didn't think it was going to get this involved. What can we drop? We'll drop the angel statue. Had to do it to him. And I guess I can go ahead and smelt these. I didn't show off the old gold helmet sprite, but it's pretty weird looking. The newer one is much better. I do have candles now, so I have a way of actually placing candles on platforms. Used to cost you a gold if you wanted to do that. For some reason it doesn't show options for the chandelier though. Okay. So, let's go ahead and look at our gemstones. How are we looking? 82 amethyst, jeez. 15 emeralds, 26 topaz. How much sapphire was that? 26 sapphire. I mean, I'm looking fantastic on every gemstone, except for ruby. So as long as I can get that sorted out, we're in really good shape. Okay, and we could put jungle grass seeds there. Is that the first set of jungle grass seeds I've gotten? Doesn't seem right. And can I buy some from the dryad? No, just grass seeds. Okay. No, I don't think the guy took his same house. You know what? I do have full meteor armor. Because it also does have the modifier, I'm gonna go ahead and wear it. Because it has luminance too. I may as well use the one vanity set I can that actually doesn't impede anything. I still have like Hermes boots and stuff over here. Are these stacked now, finally? Good. Okay. Where's Hermes boots? They can go... I'm not gonna over here. Or no, over here. With the other potentially useful in the future for something. I don't know if Hermes boots ever end up in a different crafting recipe, but just in case they do. Have my bombs. I don't really need to carry the demon scythe. Just other kind of odd weapons can go there. I don't really need to have glass on me. Perfect, okay. Let's can make some more torches. I don't technically need them for this version, but it would be handy to have them around while I'm actually doing the hard mode mining. I'm actually going to try approaching the jungle from the top this time, because I did make that whole tunnel system. I may as well get some use out of it. And get some fallen stars. It's probably a good idea. So I think there's still one more mana upgrade. Yep. 200 out of 200 mana. That's 100 fallen stars right there. Oh, cool. Yeah, so our chests still work here. I'm wondering when that'll break. It might even last up to 1.1. Maybe even further, I don't know. Yeah, there's still no custom corruption music, which is a shame. Was able to get deathweed. Deathweed seeds are pretty rare, but if I can get them, it's a big deal. Okay. Suppose I could have made a spelunker potion, but I would probably rather save those for hard mode ore. This is, in a lot of respects, just to kill time. Get more amethyst. I might actually have some to sell, because I don't usually keep more than a stack of any gem. Basically under any circumstances. I don't know if you could possibly use that much of any gem. Ooh, I actually got a Spelunker potion from a pot. That's cool. Suppose I should also be getting silver, because I think it requires full silver armor, doesn't it? Kind of been just slouching on silver. Maybe it doesn't use it, but silver's still nice to have. You know what is very weird, though? I haven't encountered any other glowing mushroom biomes. I don't remember them being all this rare. In, my previous attempts at a 1.0 run. Okay, let's sort that linked up. Ooh, another enchanted boomerang. Copper bars really don't matter too much. Dynamite's actually kind of valuable. I guess I could sell the copper bars. Shurikens don't matter. Gold coin is nice. As for the chest. Well, I just left a light crystal hanging, apparently. Oh, shoot, I don't actually have the inventory space. There's some sapphire as well. Jungle bat. A whole bunch of nuisances around here. Okay. Let's think about what we can get rid of here. That and that. Perfect. Microwave seeds. Guess the potions themselves should go in their own chest. For now, they can just go in the piggy bank. Okay, I'm going to sell these amethysts and all other amethysts going forward. Until I make something with it. There. Okay, very cool. Actually, let's go ahead and make some more potions. Actually, you know what? I just realized I really didn't need to make health potions. I could have just bought them. They're not very expensive. Oh wow, I used every single mushroom and glowing mushroom in that. Okay. Guess it wouldn't hurt to take a look at that glowing mushroom section again. Grab some more of those. Just something to periodically look at. Oh yeah, you can actually even see it right there in the mini-map, just barely if you know where to look. I think it's brighter now, it has more luminance to it as of 1.05. I think it always glowed at least a little bit, but definitely more prominent. I could take a quick look over here too. Never know. There's some topaz. Okay. Leave that for the minute. Keep these up here. Let's keep the cobwebs on me. And we'll head back to that left edge of jungle cavern layer region in search of rubies. It's quite refreshing to have thorns that only do 1 damage. I think the thorns in general got nerfed quite a bit as time went on, not even just from knockback, but in raw damage too. You know, just a 1-turn kill on those now. I don't even know why I want to pick so many of these up. They don't really do a whole lot. But it just feels wrong not to pick up mushrooms, I guess. Oh boy, got a blood moon. Make your jungles extra fun, I guess. Iron does become a tad bit relevant in 1.1, although hopefully I won't need it too much. It's all relative to how well I do against the mechanical bosses, I suppose. All right. I mean, we have plenty of plague root. It doesn't really matter. Diamond, I think. Yep. Seriously, everything but ruby. It's actually pretty weird. Hmm. Not looking good. I'm not really sure where to go for rubies. Maybe I can go to like a different area I haven't really explored much. Just kind of maybe go to the right side and look kind of in the cavern there right below hell. Kind of that area. Could be something. I'm not really sure what to make of it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure where to go next for rubies. I don't have any of them on me, but let me see what the crafting recipe is if it's in this version. Just to make sure I'm looking at all this right. I really want to see what all of these are used for. It is weird how they all look the same. The gem sprite changed a lot for all of these pretty quickly. You say, I don't think it was until 1.2. Oh yeah, the phase blades. I forgot about these. Yeah, so these were, I think a thing in 1.0. I just never crafted one. I have enough meteorite, I think. I can make whichever one I want. So... takes 20 meteorite, huh? Let's see how much does that cost. Christ, it was 6 back then? I'm one piece short. Okay, I can cover that. I can cover that. I know for a fact there's at least one piece over here. Wow. Just enough. Sorry, Space Gun. In fairness, this will actually be important later, so I do want to make one. As far as which color, let's take a look. Oh, I think it takes more than that of every gem. Okay, so I can't make a red face saber, but that's okay. I didn't necessarily want that anyway. Or face blade became face saber. I could do a green. I don't know if I've ever done purple before, and I could use my amethyst for that. Let's go for it. It's not a fantastic weapon, but it does have the sounds. Or maybe it doesn't? That's really weird. If it does, I'm not hearing them. Huh. Okay. Let's put those back and put this in with the kind of useful for later weapons. Well, yeah, let's try going to the right. Let's see if there's any other mine shafts that I could potentially go through and take a look at. See it anywhere, or is it just kind of a weird self-contained thing? Yep, weird self-contained little section. Here we go, this one. Let's take a look down here. I guess I may as well refill on amethyst, right? Should have brought bombs.
We could read out some donations if you like.
Okay, let's do it.
And there isn't even anything in the YouTube chat.
No, there's nothing to play off of, is there?
Yeah, no.
It'd be like that sometimes. This is a dry stream anyway, though. This is literally wasting time in 105 until stuff grows.
I think it would just be appropriate to move on to 6.
Maybe. There actually is one other thing I wanted to check. Because I was checking the wiki, and I think there might be a discrepancy between, like, the two different popular Terraria wikis on when the Night's Edge was introduced. Some are saying that it might have actually been this version. And I want to confirm that. Okay, Mr. Guide. I'll be damned, it's right here.
Might want to contact the owners of the other wiki.
Yeah, that might be necessary, because I think on the official Terraria wiki it says 106. Interesting. Okay. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. We can turn these into bars. Oh my god, I got 72 gold during that? Jeez, I got 71 bars. That's the most I've ever had.
That's great. I can definitely put the next upgrade with the amount of enchanted string this guy made.
So,
Can I board here?
I can finally sell silk. How much? Oh, a meteorite landed. Okay.
Another one!
Another one. Okay, so let's go ahead and craft the Night's Edge, shall we? There we go. Yeah, I should have noticed that they say material on them. I mean, what else could that mean?
I need 5 enchanted string. I don't even know where I can get that much. Dang it. Is it right here?
There it is. Night's Edge. 40 damage, very slow speed. It honestly might be worse than the Flamerang in this version, but I'll hold on to it.
Yeah, it'll be good to at least just see what it does later.
Well, you know, it's useful later, yeah. It does a couple things. Let's put my potions in there. Blinkbird's looking good.
Is it like this?
The Night's Edge could not kill bunnies either.
That's great.
So this is the closest to an in-game Terraria has had up to this point, is crafting the Night's Edge.
Hmm.
So, for all intents and purposes, this is kind of the end point of 1.0 it was designed back then. Although with that other meteorite, I guess I can go ahead and get a space gun or something. I don't know.
Maybe
I just
you
wanted
can sell the
rubies, man,
meteorite?
but...
Are you able to sell the meteorite?
Oh, I'm sure I can.
You might make a little bit of money off of it.
Yeah. I would like to craft a space gun, though. I don't know if it's useful for too much else after this. I know I can make the star cannon, but it requires farming fallen stars.
See, farming sack. Agronomy sack, that's what it's called. Yeah, in the meantime, I'm kind of just making progress on my Hypixel Skyblock Island because there's not much else in this street.
Oh, right on. Yeah, this is
Oh.
not going to be like a major stream or anything, because there really just isn't too much going on at this phase in the game. Oh, here's a passageway. Maybe there's
Okay,
Ruby down
so-
here. Who knows?
So, Matthew Gamer 12 says, do you plan to make this into an edited video? What version are you on? Why do you need a new world in 1.2? Am I witnessing history? The end of 1.0.5.
Yeah, so... Okay, let's start with the first one. Can you read this back? I'm sorry.
Do you plan to make this into an edited video?
Yes, I do. This is all just basically getting B-roll for that video. I just figured that I would do it in streams because why not? You know, before I was pretty much just doing this as like just private recordings back when it was the monkey ball stuff, but I feel like streams are just a more fun way to do this.
I think we don't need to answer the second question because it's on the stream, but
Oh
why do you
yeah,
need
it's just
a-
right above the
Yeah.
window.
Why do you need a new world in 1.2?
Okay, so don't want to spoil too much here, but yeah, basically a 1.0 world can get all the way to Moonlord, but you have to get a Lizard altar to a 1.0 world to do it. Because you do have to fight Golem, or else the cultists never show up. And that means I have to make a 1.2 world so that I can go fetch that.
And the last one, am I witnessing history, the end of 1.0.5?
I mean, as far as I know, this is the only time anybody's done a playthrough like this of Terraria. I mean, maybe there's some madman who's actually been running his same Terraria world since 2011 and just never changed. But
That's highly
I don't know.
unlikely.
highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. Although if you're out there, let me know.
Maybe we could put you into an insane asylum.
Yeah.
Just free admission.
Look, man, all the core features are in 1.0. You don't need another file.
Oh no.
This is Terraria as it was intended.
In its original vision.
It's really not, by the way.
I know.
It's like maybe 1.05 you can make a case for this. Because at least there's like in-game items now. before 1.0 progression kind of ended as a fizzle. Oh yeah, water leaves on sand. I forgot about that. Okay, that makes sense. I can get some cactus. When am I going to be this far out again? Was cactus placeable yet? It was not. You cannot place down cactus.
That's a nice intended feature.
It's wacky. Oh, finally some day bloom. Fantastic. Should really be using my flamering for this, but it's alright. Got some coral and some other things. Well, that was definitely seaweed, but it called it coral, so I guess we'll run with it. Okay, and then I will actually take some dynamite with me if I'm going to see a meteorite. Good old angel statues. Still couldn't even place them down, I don't think. Nope. What's the point of a statue you can't put up anywhere?
Looking at it?
But what, in the chest?
Yeah.
Okay, daybloom seeds. Fantastic. We will plant those right here. I'm definitely gonna have plenty of blink root. Up there. There. Glow sticks really aren't useful yet, but I'll keep them on me anyway. Yeah, it's pretty crazy that the Flamerang kind of outclassed the Night's Edge at one point.
It is a bit crazy to think about that.
Okay, so here we are. Oh, I need to get my obsidian skull out. Man, these meteorites have always ended up pretty close to each other. Seems kind of unusual, but... Could have brought one more meteorite, but that's okay. Also, yeah, this takes too long. We're gonna just bring another stick of dynamite and some bombs. You can move so fast with Hermes boots that the effects of the Knight's Heads can be kind of negated because it's so slow. I think 30 was enough for Space Gun. Maybe not. Let's take a look. I also want to see... I take my ruby with me. Let's take a look at the cost for jungle armor. I want to see if it's still required as silver in this version. Okay, all that. Space gun required 30. Oh, it also required a flintlock pistol. Okay. And 10 fallen stars. Weird recipe, but okay. And then yes, it did require silver chainmail. It's also used in the vanity items. It'd definitely be nice to have some more rubies. Do I have a flintlock pistol? Might have to buy one. Yeah, I just have the handgun.
That reminds me, are you able to buy the illegal gun parts from the gun spot part seller?
Yeah, I think that was a thing introduced here. It has to be at night, though, doesn't it?
Uh, I think it does. I remember asking you about that before, and then you said, and then you checked and it didn't have in it.
But I think that also might have been during the day.
Yeah.
It's close to nightfall here. We'll wait until then to ask him. I think... I don't really know what all the illegal gun parts were used for, but I will go ahead and buy them. I have enough money at this point.
I definitely remember it being a part of an upgrade.
I want to say it
Unless...
was Phoenix Blaster, maybe?
Oh, right, yeah, it was Phoenix Blast.
And the Phoenix Blaster was a great weapon. Let me see. Oh, he does have the illegal gun parts. For 1 platinum?
Yeah.
No way. No way.
It is crazy expensive.
They reduced the Mini Shark to 40 gold. 1 platinum? How good was the Phoenix Blaster? The Flintlock pistol only cost 5 gold.
I don't think it justifies a 1 platinum.
There's no way. What would you even use it for? I'm not buying that. I'll buy the Flintlock pistol. That's 5 gold. I can swing that. Jeez. I wasn't even certain that there was platinum in the game yet. I thought that might have been a 1.1 thing, but nope.
I think it was introduced in 1.0.4.
Okay. Alright, I got the space gun. It's nowhere near as cool as the Zappinator, but, you know, it works. And if I change out my loadout, I can use it as much as I want. Which it is a decent weapon for that, although it's only 16 damage in this version. So, kind of neat, but I don't really have anything greater planned for it. Let me see what recipes it's in, though. Oh, it's not a material yet. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, I would like to have my complete set of jungle armor before this area is through, because in some respects it was absolutely the best stuff that you could get back then. I think my chest despawned down there. That's interesting.
I'll be back in a second. It's not in a second. It's just that I'll be away for a bit.
Okay. Not a problem.
See you.
It's, we'll keep 2 stacks of that there, because the bottles can go back. And then... good old-fashioned inventory management. Gotta love it. And then, where's my cotton bottle? There it is. I don't know. I might have actually justified the illegal gun parts if it had been 50 gold, but that just seems crazy. Okay, so I don't have a whole lot of other picks, I guess. What we can do, let's go through the elevator and we'll check the right side of the world from bottom up. And that should give a decent indication. Now that I have the Ivy Whip, I'll have a much easier time with that. I'll sacrifice the cotton bottle for an obsidian skull. Hi guys, how you doing? Maybe there's rubies just like right over here. I don't know. I don't remember where I got my original, my one ruby. Actually might have been over here. They were as rare as diamonds back then, so it's not too unusual. I'm having this hard of a time finding them, but still. I'll also switch back to my actual armor. More amethyst, dude. Jeez. I did see some glowing mushrooms, though. That's cool. You almost never see them this slow down. This one's actually a really unique shape as well. They were almost always like pure flat ground kind of stuff. This one's actually pretty interesting looking. A lot closer to how they would start spawning in like the 1.0 era. That's even some hellstone. It almost never shows up at that layer. Pretty neat. And it wouldn't hurt to get some sapphire. Okay. But no rubies. Well, I guess I've been up that far before. Wonder for what? how that wraps around up here. Okay. Well, this is just going to loop back around. Okay, so put this in an odd spot. We'll just keep going over this way. The way that you could so easily outpace the way that items would randomly spawn, or not randomly spawn, literally spawn after you broke a block, and you would just have them try to chase you down, and if you were able to actually move too fast, they would just vanish. Happened a lot with trees, actually, where wood would get stuck in the ground because the tree was just so tall. Okay, well, I did in fact try to swim in lava. That did not work out for me. I definitely put all my money away by that point. Okay. Very nice. And sell the amethyst. Put the crystal in there. Sure, that'll work. And then let's see. We're at 1:35 now. I'll go for another 25 minutes to a half hour. That'll probably be it for today. It's pretty crazy to me that it's actually taken this long to find rubies. Again, I found pretty plentiful amounts of everything else. First, they toned down the blinking of blinkers so much. It's literally named after it. Oh, Hellfire arrows were introduced. Okay. A 10 damage ammo format. It's pretty cool. Some more emeralds. Some more of literally every other gemstone. I think I found about 10 of everything. Except for maybe like a little bit short on diamonds. Because they're so rare anyway. But I still found more of those than I did rupees. It's currently sitting at a flat 0. That's crazy. How are they this uncommon? Like, I get it, they were the most valuable one in terms of what you could make with them, but this is nuts. money at this point that I'm mining. Voodoo demon. Let's grab this. Use the fire imps as a bit of a spelunker here. Fire up here. No, not really anything. Okay. Just move to a slightly higher level. More amethyst. Good lord, there's so much amethyst in this world. Finally. Oh my god, it's brilliant. Of course it's in lava partially, but we can work around that a little bit. Oh my god. Finally, dude. Seriously. Okay. Enough just in this vein to get the job done. I actually have a little bit to spare. I'm out of here. Alright. Well, in theory, that's it to make jungle armor, so let's go ahead and take a look-see at that. Okay, so silver armor wasn't too expensive back then. Though I might actually still need some more silver. Yeah, yeah. I didn't have any already, did I? No. That's alright. I know we have plenty of silver kind of all over the place here that I've just been skimping out on, so let's just quickly grab some. We don't need that much. Yes. Why not? Silver. Okay. Let's if only I'd remembered a little bit sooner that the recipe even needed a full sack of silver armor back then. There was some silver over here maybe, but might have been thinking of gold. I might end up just going back to the jungle. I know there was plenty of silver over there. Here's some. Not much, but it's something. Okay. We'll take that approach then and clean out our inventory. Okay, so kind of weird because silver armor was the only one that was a material. Also, you know what? I think there might have been silver on the Sky Islands. That might be a good place to look. Have to deal with harpies now, but it's really not so bad in this version. think I need 25. So I actually do need quite a bit. 2 large veins would be enough. Gonna take that route through the top of the jungle. I'm not gonna find any through here, I don't think. Maybe a tiny bit, but not really enough to matter. I can also check the Sky Island over here. Gold. Seemingly no silver. Okay. Some silver. I figured a stack of silver ore was going to be enough, for the record. I thought that I was probably set after that, but seems I was very mistaken on just how expensive armor was back then. Back when you absolutely had to make metal armor. Oh, jungle slime, I think. Awesome. No poison damage yet, though. That was nice. Out. I have to go inside of the jungle itself probably to get more. It isn't the end of the world. Oh, there's a big vein. So I'll need 4 times 25, so about 100 pieces of silver ore. Just for that one piece, jeez. Okay. And keep in mind that that's 4 bars there. So we need roughly 80. It's so expensive, dude. I mean, it's better than a 1 in 300 rare drop from the jungle, but it's still pretty rough. go. Okay, so now... Oh, I still had that many silver bars left? What was I doing? Okay. Well, I still probably needed the last vein anyway. So, there we go. Silver greaves. We have the whole set, plus a few silver bars to spare. A lot of gold to spare. Let's go ahead and take a look at what exactly this is going to require of us. Shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Small improvement. And now we'll start out to put the seeds next to each plant. Or, well, at least just for Blake Root for the moment. Okay, let's go ahead and put that there. Put our bombs there. And then... let's go ahead and load up our chest. So it'll require a whole bunch of stuff. All of these, plus... perfect. Jungle spores, stingers, and I think there might even be a requirement for vines. There we are. Okay. So yeah, it requires 4 vines. This one doesn't require any vines. Interesting. Okay, so Jungle Pants at this point in time required the hefty cost of a set of silver greaves, 8 amethyst, 8 topaz, 30 jungle roses, and 4 vines. A jungle hat required a silver helmet, 10 emeralds, 10 sapphire, and 20 jungle roses. And apparently we lost what was required for a jungle chestplate. What are we missing? Oh, we're low on jungle roses. Really? We had almost a stack of them. It'll require another 40 jungle roses. Oh my god, dude. This is ridiculous. The amount of grinding this is taking. I mean, that is so much. I mean, that's like, I think, 120 jungle roses in total. More than a stack. Which is pretty nuts. I mean, it would get, you know, scaled down a little bit. But man, that is absurd. Even if it is really good. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the stingers back. I guess we'll go hunting for roses. As for our gemstones, we can put back a handful of them. So let's keep these on us. And then we'll sell these. It's not a whole lot of money, but it's still something. In a game where we can very quickly lose our money the moment we hop to the next version, so stands to reason, I suppose. Let's go ahead and go from the bottom up. I think that's the best course of action. We'll heal up their nurse as well, so we only have 4 healing potions. Okay, from the bottom up, get 40 jungle roses, and finally we will have formed our jungle armor. Which, at least in some respects, was the best armor in the game at the time, especially if you had Molten or Meteorite as your vanity set.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Soldatron. You're getting your Terraria cameo in for today. Just about to wrap up, though.
I am. I'm back on Discord a little bit sooner than I thought I was going to be. But,
Yeah, actually, we can
I,
talk about that a little bit after if you want.
yeah. All I'll say while the stream's on is I was in a rough place, and I kind of still am, but my future's looking bright as the days go on.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Very, very
Some
good to hear.
really big life things have happened to me recently, and it's just I'm in a new chapter pretty much. So I'm taking it one day at a time.
Sure.
In other news, well, I don't know what I was going to say. I don't know.
What are your thoughts on Terraria?
It's it's definitely not 3D Minecraft.
That's a very based opinion.
Fuck. Spider-Man 2000.
Spider-Man Y2K.
Spider-Man 2000 is a game. God damn it, PS4. Got it. All right, I know. I'm trying to.
Stupid update prompts or something.
No, the database is corrupted. I have to turn off the PS4 and reboot it in safe mode.
That's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
What, did you, have the power go out at your place or something?
Sometimes it just does that. Sometimes, I guess, if something happens to your power when it's in rest mode, it could corrupt the database.
Yeah.
I mean, all you have to do is turn it off and restart it in safe mode, and then just rebuild the database. But it's annoying.
It's still a whole rigmarole you have to go through for probably nothing, especially if you actually have backups.
Let's see. It probably has something to do with the external hard drive. Sometimes sometimes that gets faulty because it's external. So sometimes when the wire gets jilted a little bit, probably doesn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm. If you're not on a quick eject file system like in TFS, it can be very troublesome.
Right. Rebuilding database shouldn't take too long.
Okay. Just grabbing jungle roses in everybody's favorite biome, the underground jungle.
Again, I'm not gonna beat a dead horse.
Okay.
Okay, no, I am. Why the fuck is it underground?
Well, I mean, we can't have above ground jungles yet. It's Terraria 1.0.
Somebody though had to sit down when developing the game and be like, I want to put a jungle underground, but not above ground.
Well, I don't know. So how this kind of happened was, look, we need to get the game out. The code isn't working for what we were going to do for above ground jungle. So how about we just leave the underground jungle as an Easter egg? And that's kind of what happened.
Sure. Yeah.
And also had to change its spot in progression as a result. Now it's the hardest area in the game. It would get nerfed heavily when they finally figured out how to put it in properly. But for now, oh my god, I'm actually gonna die. Jeez. You almost never see that many enemies on screen in 1.0.
I thought you were a gamer.
Yeah, my pro gamer abilities have just been called into question. Man, I was 5 jungle roses away as well. I'll have to go back. Oh, but I can plant Moonglow. That's nice. No stack. Oh, just had a disconnect reconnect conundrum. It should be fixed. Sorry about that, fellas. Let's head back to the jungle. We'll go from the top down this time.
So I was learning all sorts of things about Guitar Hero 2 in my downtime by watching a bunch of Guitar Hero 2 videos.
Uh-huh.
It's Guitar Hero 2 is a weird game.
How so?
So there's this song in the game by Strong Bad called Trogdor.
That was in Guitar Hero 2?
Yeah, Trogdor was in Guitar Hero 2. And when you hit the 24 note part of the solo, like at the end of the solo where it goes like
mm-hmm.
It's rapid strumming, but the problem with Guitar Hero 2 is that in between every strum, it does a self check that takes 52 milliseconds to register another strum. So because of that time frame window, you can't rake strum in Guitar Hero 2. It doesn't work. Rake strumming is when you like hold your hand like a claw and you spam it up and down the strum bar to get in like 2 times the amount of strums. It's really good
because of that time delay. It doesn't.
Yeah, but because of the 52 millisecond time delay, it makes hitting those notes. It's pretty much aside like the number one, like I'd say at this point the number one Guitar Hero streamer. He says that you could compare FCing Trogdor to RNG farming.
Wow.
And I heard that if you force the game NTSC, like if you're running it on NTSC and force it to PAL, it makes the hit window just a little bit more forgiving, but it's still not easy.
Sure.
So Trogdor is one of the hardest songs in Guitar Hero to legitimately FC because the song just is way too much for the game's code to register. And that's more an oversight of the developers making the game, and not. I don't think they accounted for that, so it just kind of went past, and it's one of the hardest things to ever do.
It's just kind of something you don't realize until, ages after the game's already out.
It also doesn't help that Guitar Hero 2's hit window is a lot more strict than future games. Because it was made by Harmonix. It wasn't made by Neversoft. So somebody put clonehero.exe through a data converter to get an audio file, and it's like 2 seconds long, and somebody charted it and put it in Clone Hero, and then so Asai FC'd it, and he's like, "We just FC'd Clone Hero. We just FC'd Clone Hero. I don't want to fucking hear it."
I got a goldfish. Oh my god, it actually cut out again. Okay. We just reconnected. Oh, that sucks. It's not going to even see it until I teleported back. Okay. That's fine. We are back. Alright. So. We have the jungle shirt. At last. So, with all of these elements put together, we get the set bonus of a 25% reduced mana usage. Which is pretty impressive. Now, on its own, let's go ahead and show this off a little bit here. Oh, I'm actually getting a... Interesting, even with this spawn point, I'm actually able to get a goblin army. Oh, that's cool. It actually has its own little, trail effect that I think was cut from later variants of the armor. That's cool. And with a 25% reduced mana usage, it is very versatile. Unfortunately, it doesn't make its own light, so it is inferior in terms of actually having it on without any sort of vanity.
That makes it look more like the M4, I'd say.
So we're going to put Molten Armor over top of it. We're going to put this over here. Inventory manage somewhat quickly. And figure out what we can do about this goblin army that's approaching. I do have a Knight's Edge. That's probably pretty good for this. But we should look into what magic items I have. I have the Demon Scythe. I have the Water Bolt. Both of which are pretty good.
Re-equipping the MX Grand. Pretty much can only use this because I can't use the M14.
And I have a few restoration potions. We'll use those.
Because I'm going to go into that in the future when future things are made on the Siri channel that I won't disclose anymore because I don't want to do that. But I have some things I want to say about the M14 because holy shit.
Yeah.
That was, to me, the M14 scandal in this game was the pinnacle of loot box drama. Basically, I'll give you the TLDR. They put a weapon in the loot box system that was exclusive to the loot box for 30 days. And if you didn't get it in 30 days, you can never get it again. They really fucking did that. They were like, let's put a game-changing weapon in the rotation, but only for 30 days. Oh, and you also have no guaranteed way to get it, so have fun. So some people just never got it, and I'm one of those people who never got it, so I can never use it now. It sits there on my create a class screen, just taunting me, saying, "Get it from a loot box," but I can't because it's not in the rotation anymore. It's the only weapon I don't have, and I will never have a perfect weapon collection in this game.
Goblin army has arrived, apparently.
You can use it in zombies, but you can't use it in multiplayer.
I don't see them. They must be back at spawn.
My favorite game mode is being played right now, though, which I'm happy because it's in the featured playlist. It's called Uplink. It's pretty much basketball with guns.
Okay.
You have a sphere on both sides of the map that represent your basket, and there's a ball that spawns in the middle of the map. And when you have the ball, you can't shoot your weapons, but you can melee with one hit kill. And you get armor when you grab the ball. And the goal is to either throw it into the sphere for 1 point or hand carry it in the sphere yourself for 2 points. Whoever gets the 20 points first is the winner. Or whoever has the most points is the winner.
I see.
It's really fun and fast-paced. But nobody plays it anymore because it's a very niche mode. And the only reason people are playing it right now is because it's the featured play mode with double free currency. So why did you give it the...
Oh my god, this demon scythe just shreds.
Why did you give me the satellite? I wasn't ready to run with it.
Maybe jungle armor was pretty good. Because frankly, that's not that great. But oh my god, the knockback is just ferocious.
Nope, fuck.
And it refills itself on mana very easily. It easily cancels out their stuff. I didn't even need mana restoration then. This is admittedly kind of an ideal battleground for this sort of weapon. But wow. Yeah, don't underestimate the power of jungle armor, apparently.
The only thing that's pee-pee poo-poo about this weapon that I'm using is that because it's replicating an M1 Grand instead of an M14, you have to you can't manually reload it. You have to empty the clip. Because that's historically accurate to how the weapon was back in the old days. You couldn't reload it. You had to expand the whole clip. Let's put realism in our arcade game.
Well, I don't know if it necessarily justifies the cost, but jungle armor was pretty fantastic back in the day. I'm very impressed by it. definitely a slower, less aggressive playstyle. But, you know, I'm primarily melee, so that doesn't necessarily suit my taste all that much, but nothing can doubt that this thing will just annihilate. Oh, that was cool. Can get like juggles with it if you catch an enemy mid-jump.
Fuck, man.
Okay. Well, that was a goblin army. Actually, a very bland one. I didn't get a single special item from that. Guess the game decided I didn't need one. So, let's go ahead and clean up, and I guess that'll be it for 105. Basically set up with Jungle and Molten in the equip slot and social slot, respectively. And that's essentially the endpoint for progression in this release. So, with that in mind, next time we will go through Terraria 106 and its small handful of improvements, and also take a quick look at 1061, which added a small handful of things. It'll probably be a shorter stream, most likely tomorrow. And then once that's done, I'll probably take a short break from Terraria in general, do some more Monkey Ball streams. We'll do some stuff about FMABR, as that's planning to come back soon in a small capacity. And that'll be about it. And also some one-offs. You know, I have something planned for a quick video on Nintendo on disc. That'll be fun. And then I also have another one planned as well that Soldatron alluded to.
Hey, I didn't mean to, but...
Ah, it's fine. It's fine. I didn't even get that much money from that Goblin army. Must have nerfed it pretty hard. Okay. We'll put our glowing mushrooms over here. The glow sticks there. I'll actually keep these Water Bolt and Demon Size as our main weapons for the time being. They're pretty handy. And we'll actually put some of our melee stuff away for the minute. Oh, I guess I still have my emeralds over there. Put that in there. You are a terrible person. Can I actually, like, attack the guy directly? Can I equip it? Yeah, that's how you do that. Okay. So, if you want to, if you have it in your inventory, you won't hurt him. If you put that in there, he has a lot of health. Wow. Okay. First that works. Very important feature. Thank you for including it red. So, that'll be that. This is Terraria 105 signing off for the last time.
Bye 102.
Did I say 102?
I think you did. Or maybe I just did and I'm being an idiot.
Okay, well I meant to say 105 in any case. That's it. Thank you all for watching. See you in 106, probably tomorrow.